Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. Turn 3 Racing Network Sunday morning action for you. US Indy Car League presented by StickQuik. See the drivers rolling out, shaking out these Dallara IR18s for the last 5 minutes in a happy hour before they get set to kick things off here today for the StickQuik.com 150 at Watkins Glen. Today's race, there you see the info right there on your screen. Weather looking pretty fine out there for these IndyCar drivers. Not too hot, 78 degrees, humidity a little bit up, but shouldn't pose any problems for these drivers out here. That's right, it's the classic Glen. Only 8 turns in this configuration, so gonna be a very fast, very quick race. Drivers not having to worry about the braking points except for just a few areas, 1 or 2 at that. So with all that being said, let's get down trackside for a little bit of your action riding now. As there you seen, I believe that is Richard Kelball heading off into turn number 2 up through the S's, the uphill chicane, if you will. No backstop bus stop. Backstop bus stop. Yeah, we're going to roll with that. No bus stop in this configuration. So these drivers can just hold it wide open the entire way down that very, very long stretch of road into the carousel. There you see some of the timing and scoring up on your left-hand side. Today's race, and as always, being brought to you by StickQuik.com. Organizers and fasteners, head on over to StickQuik. Check out all their goods. Got a lot of great stuff to help you clean up your garage, your kitchen, and whatever else you need help with. Well, Kelball gonna reset, try to come back out on track. We'll see if we can't jump out there with another driver. Looks like Ben Wallace out here on a flyer up through this uphill chicane. Camera right above his head. You can get a great view from that angle. There he is, right on the gearbox of another car, right up in front of him. I believe that is Victor Roca going to the outside now, as Wallace looking to make a pass here, trying to see where his braking points are going to be. Well, clearing through goes Wallace. Wallace, one of the faster drivers here today. Will Zoller sitting on top of the speed charts as they sit right now. But I tell you what, let's go on board here. Let's show you a little bit of how he's working that throttle. How he's working the gears here up into 5th already through the uphill chicane all the way into 6th at 165 miles an hour, making that curve. That is a pretty impressive, upwards of 180 miles an hour as they go down the back stretch. So heck of a job out there so far by Ben Wallace, trying to snatch that fastest time here in happy hour away. Not sure he's going to be able to do it, but he's going to try nonetheless. Let's see what Ben's fastest lap times were so far here today. There you see his best lap of 54.047. Last lap about a half a second slower. So Ben out there on a, whoa, gonna bring it down to pit road. Said he's had enough out of that run. Let's jump out there and follow Jonathan Barnhart, his 37 machine. A lot of drivers on pit road as the final few seconds wind down here in a happy hour. We'll get set and ready to fire things off here in about a minute or so. So we're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Possibly, maybe, we might. You never know here at Turn 3 Racing Network with Darkside Dave in the cave up in the booth here. You know, sometimes, yeah. What about 37 seconds or so? We're going to step away for just I don't know, maybe about a minute. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with all your qualifying action live here from Watkins Glen.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Back trackside as qualifying has already begun. There you see a lot of drivers with no time so far. We are watching Will Zoller, though, as he makes his way around the track on his up-to-speed lap, so we'll keep our eye on who's out there and who isn't. Zoller doing a heck of a job out there so far, getting up to speed on his first time lap. Coming around across the line this time by to begin his first time lap, Zoller making some headway so far. Let's see where he's able to shake out at. We continue to watch to see who else is out there on track. We'll scroll the ticker down there. There you see Will Zoller right there. First driver on track putting down his lap times. Not seeing too many other drivers out there putting down a time right now, so very interesting to see that. Got a few other drivers out there. Richard Kelball on his timed lap as well. Howard Livingston on his first time lap now beginning. Oh, through the grass just a little bit there for Zoller. As he comes around crossing the line, gonna put this lap in the book. Where's it gonna shake out? Probably top of the charts right now. Only driver to put in a time lap so far, so he'll go to that provisional pole. We'll see who else manages to get some speed out of their rides. See if anybody else can take away that pole position. Jason Lowe in that 004 out there on track as well, crossing the line in third place now. Craig Forsyth still on pit road. Victor Badia out there on track as well. We'll jump out there with the 99 of Ben Wallace as he is on his very first time lap. I believe it's his first time lap, maybe his second lap, but the first one may have been disqualified, so we'll have to wait and see how that all shakes out as well. Tim Keene up into second place with his Wheeling Technologies machine. Will Zoller still keeping that provisional pole, not able to decrease his time. Ben Wallace now going to come across the line. Where's Ben going to shake out? Second timed lap. Wallace up to fourth, and he's going to slow it down, bring it to a stop. We'll jump out there with, let's see if we can't jump out there with Ryan Bowles as he makes his way around the track now. Craig Forsyth still putting in his second time lap. Inigo Mardones also putting in his first timed lap. Right there, 11th position. He's got to make up some time. We're watching him, see if he can do it right here. Where's he going to shake out on that lap? Bowles all the way up to 5th, so very, very good improvement for him. Let's jump now back with Inigo Mardones as he makes his way around the track, see what he can do on his first time lap here. Qualifying slowly coming to about the halfway mark. 10 minutes here for qualifying at Watkins Glen today. Mardones gonna go across the line this time by. Where's he gonna shake out? Only good enough for 11th. 12 drivers have put in their qualifying time. Running a little bit wide right there was Mardones as he makes his way back up through that uphill chicane section of the course. Luis Gonzalez also out there on track getting his time lapse in. We'll take a look at Luis as he makes his way to a stop now and into the inside wall. So jumping back, Jonathan Barnhart on his, I believe this is Barnhart's first time lap as well. So a lot of drivers going out early, about half and half. Half the field jumping out there very fast, the other half kind of waiting it out. Barnhart good enough for the 6th position on his first time lap. Still have Inigo Mardones out there on his second time lap. Now Mardones being relegated to the 12th position. Ryan Bowles and the man on screen, Jonathan Barnhart, only drivers yet to put in a time lap. Just as I say that, scratch that, timing and scoring is telling me a little different. Looks like Luis Gonzalez not putting in a timed lap. He was involved in something coming to a green flag timed lap, so he pulled it on over, didn't actually put a time in the books. Chad Pierce also yet to put in his qualifying time, so we've got 13 positions already figured out as qualifying begins to slowly tick away on us here from Watkins Glen. Barnhart good enough to improve, but not all the way to the top of the board. He's going to slot in the 4th position. Now going to look back at Inigo Mardones as he comes across the line for his second time lap. Can he improve? Where's he go to? Not going to move up at all. Going to stay right there. So tough break for Mardones. Not able to improve his qualifying position so far here today. Watch as Mardones goes around the track once again. Not gonna count this time, just getting a little bit more acclimated to the track, if you will, with the setup. Oh, and around goes Mardones, spinning off the track. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that's gonna pretty much do it for the qualifying session here today, as we've got about 2 minutes remaining before we set the starting grid. So we're going to take a brief commercial break, step away from the track, pay some bills, come back for your pre-race festivities, the singing of the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us here on Turn 3 Racing Network, US Indy Car League, presented by StickQuik. Here at Watkins Glen International for today's race, the StickQuik.com 150. Your starting grid looks little something like this. Pole position outside row number 1, Will Zoller to his inside, the 2 of Craig Forsyth. Tim Keenan, third. Fourth place goes to Jonathan Barnhart. Outside row number 3, Jason Lowe. Ben Wallace just to his inside. Row number 4, Ryan Bowles and Victor Badia. Row number 5, Howard Livingston and Robert Mitchell. Row number 6, the 11, Richard Kelvon in 12th. Inigo Mardones. Rest of the field looks a little something like this. Will Stearns, Luis Gonzalez, then Chadwick Pierce going to round out your field for today's StickQuik.com 150. Weather looks good. Weather looks fine out there. There you see it. Track temperature looks nice. No threats of rain in the area, so everything should fire off fairly smooth for these drivers here today. Gonna be a great start. Gonna go back to one of our loved famed tickers at the top. New appeal, new look here for the US Indy Car League, presented by StickQuik. The Porsche's gonna make his way off the track, and we're gonna get set to go green flag racing here once again in the US Indy Car League, presented by StickQuik. Field down into turn number 1 for the first time. Zoller well and clear, no issues for anybody. We stay green flag racing on lap number 1. Field through in clear with no issues so far. Things look to be going just fine for these drivers, and the sometimes technology, you know how it is. Zoller continues to lead the field for the first time here today. Will he be able to lead the entire race? Will very fast here at the road courses, so look for him to try to keep that thing on point up at the front of the field. Drivers are going to have to make a green flag pit stop. And it looks like Inigo Mardones has hit pit road for service here very early. Rest of the field still out there on track. No harm, no foul. Everything looks to be nice and clean so far here today. Will Zoller still keeping it at the front of the field as we continue to work lap number, well, it should be actually lap number 2 here. And it looks like we did have one driver not make the starting grid. Chadwick Pierce not starting today's race, so he's going to be relegated to the 15th and final position. Will Stearns with a bit of a moment running off track. There for just a brief moment, he came back on track. Everything's fine. Let's take it back, show you what happened here with Will as he went off track. Zoller at the front of the field, starting to put a little bit of a gap between himself and the rest of the field. So with that being said, we're going to go back, take a look at this battle going on right here. Second and third position, Craig Forsyth, Tim Keene, both of those drivers right there all over each other through the first few laps of today's race. Already on lap number 4 out of 61. And it looks like because of Inigo Mardones' choice to pit, looks like he may be in trouble of going a lap down here very soon. Not too far out in front of your race leader there. You see him going into turn number 7. Will Zoller still continuing that gap. Now the gap seems to be right at about 1.5 seconds. So Zoller slowly starting to stretch things out. Tim Keene slowly starting to fall back from Craig Forsyth for that second position. Keene still running in third. There you see the lap times coming by. Keene sitting in a comfortable position there. You see just 0.3 of a second to Craig Forsyth and has about 1 second of an advantage over Ben Wallace running in the 4th position. So nothing really to worry about here, but Wallace looks like he is struggling. So we're going to jump back here with Ben Wallace. He's got a driver all over his rear. Oh, and Wallace way off track, coming back on, pushing a little too hard there through turn number 7. Got the car out of shape. He's going to drop a position and go right there in front of that 004 of Jason Lowe. The Naked Clown, Jason Lowe, he's been on a tear so far this season. Great showing week in and week out for Lowe, so hats off to him. Great job out there. Jason Lowe crashing here. Oh my, let's go back, take a look, see what happened. Will Stearns also crashing. There you see Jason. Not seeing the crash on the replay here, but nonetheless, Will Stearns with an on-track incident as well. There you see it. There's Will's incident. He's going around right there. We'll back it up one more time. Look at it from a different angle as he's heading down into turn number 1. There you see, just hits the curbing and around he goes. So Will Zoller continues to lead this field here as we go back live once again. Will now with a big gap between himself and the rest of the field. There you see almost a few seconds already being built into the race lead for Will Zoller. About 2 seconds now in front of Craig Forsyth. Tim Keene still runs third. Jonathan Barnhart in fourth after an off-track excursion. Ben Wallace sitting in 5th. 6th is Luis Gonzalez. Victor Badia, great run up through the field all the way up to 7th. Howard Livingston is in 8th and Jason Lowe in 9th. go back a little further through the field, see where the closest battles are. There you see the 99 of Ben Wallace going around the carousel. And it looks like one of our closest battles is still this one right here. Still going on between Craig Forsyth, Tim King, Jonathan Barnhart. All three of those drivers relatively close to each other. So this is the battle for the race lead. Well, battle at the front of the field. I should say Zoller not having any issues so far here today. 2.8 second gap. Man, oh man, that driver just seems to be in a whole another time zone all to himself. As you've seen Tim Keene able to make the pass on Forsyth right there. Now trying to see if he can't drive away while those two battle. Barnhart has snuck his way right into the picture. As they battle, that's allowing your race leader step away. Now a 3 second gap, so gap growing about 2. Oh my goodness, and around goes Jonathan Barnhart. What happened to Barnhart? Looks like another victim in turn 1 on the outer curbing in that apron, and hard impact there for Barnhart. We'll back it up one more time, take another look. Take a look from the cockpit here as Barnhart comes around and just unloads, and there goes that nose cone. Tough break for him out there. He's going to have to get that machine back to pit road and fix back up. So we'll join that battle that's raging on still between Forsyth and Keene. Forsyth able to get back by Tim Keene once again to take the second position away. Now the gap up to first position. 4 seconds. Will Zoller continues to pick him up and lay him down and not look back. He is putting on one heck of a drive out there early here today as we work lap number 11 out of 61 for the StickQuik 150 here in the US Indy Car League, presented by StickQuik. Barnhart on the pit road and back off pit road already, so heavy contact, but he's able to get the machine back to pit road, back out there on the track as the battle for a second continues to rage on. Tim Keene with a great pass to get right back by Forsyth, but Forsyth right there on his gearbox trying to retake that position. And there you see the man that was running in fourth until disaster struck Jonathan Barnhart just in front of your drivers battling for second position. He was right there with them just a lap or two ago, but not in the position of being one lap down. Will Zoller set in purple times once again out here today, so heck of a job. Best lap of the race so far, fastest lap of the race so far, and that comes on at the end of lap number 12. So that just lets you know the pace that Zoller has gotten, that Dallara IR18 that he is behind the wheel in. Man, I tell you what, he is getting that job done without a shadow of a doubt. Kel Ball with a personal best time. Robert Mitchell right there on the cusp of setting some personal times as well. coming at you into turn one. Great view there. There's Barnhart trying to stay, well, as close as he can to the front of the field, just in case Will Zoller comes to pit road or maybe has a mishap, misfortune. You never know what's going to go down here when you hit the track, so you're never quite out of it, but he is a long way. Oh, clipping the grass right there in front of Tim Keene as Keene takes evasive action. Craig Forsyth also to his outside, down through the carousel. Those three drivers nose to tail once again, making their way out of turn number 6 here in this configuration, the classic Watkins Glen, as we are here for the US Indy Car League presented by StickQuik. That's right, it's the StickQuik.com 150. Gap between your first and second place runners now upwards of 6.5 seconds. Will Zoller is on a tear. Looks like we've had another driver have to pull it to pit lane and call it a day. Will Stearns also being scored out of this race. Jason Lowe, Victor Badia, both on to pit road this time in. And it looks like both of those stops were planned stops, no issues, no harm, no foul for any of those drivers. Rejoining the field, Jason Lowe and Victor Badia gonna rejoin the field one lap down, but they're still going to be able to get their laps back, as Will Zoller has yet to hit pit road, as well as the drivers behind him. They were able to stay out in front of Tim Keene and Craig Forsyth, so only in danger of being a lap down to the race leader. And I tell you what, if Will Zoller doesn't slow it on down, I think there's going to be a lot of drivers that are going to be in a lot of trouble with possibly going a lap down here today, because Zoller has just been on an absolute tear in a world of his own out there so far. A little further back through the field here, you see Ben Wallace just in front of Luis Gonzalez. That is the battle for 4th and 5th position. About 1 second, 1.5 seconds separate these two drivers from each other, as we'll bring up your battle box between 4th, 5th, and 6th. There you see the gap, big gap back from Gonzalez to Livingston. As you hear him very soft on the throttle there through turn number 1. Exiting can be very, very tricky as he tries to snake up through the chicane and catch up to the back end of that 99 of not Will Zoller, I apologize, Ben Wallace running in 4th. Ryan Bowles with a bit of a moment just a few moments ago, so we'll take a look, see what happened to Ryan here. There you see it sliding like many people have gotten caught out here today at Watkins Glen International. Right there off of the exit of turn 1, that seems to be a trouble spot as we rejoin Ryan Bowles as he's trying to get up through the running order, sitting just inside your top 10 in the 9th position, but has a lot of ground to overcome if he's going to want to pick up any more spots here today, just in front of your second place runner Tim Keene. So Bowles already being scored a lap down after that latest incident. Battle on screen right now for 2nd and 3rd. Tim Keene, Craig Forsyth, both of those drivers still on the lead lap, trying to make up some ground if they can, now finding themselves 8.5 seconds behind your race leader. So Zoller in another zip code all to himself. I'm sure the crew chief spotters all in his ear. Hey buddy, just take it easy, bring it on home. We've got a great gap. We can really manage the race from here. Let's be smart about this. as he's got Keene and Forsythe battling it out still. Back here in second and third position, Jonathan Barnhart, driver 1 lap down right there, third car in line in that little pack as they make their way around turn number 6, the carousel up here to 7. Left-hander at 7 and back to the right for turn number 8, and they'll set themselves up to head back down this very long front stretch. We're about a third of a way through today's race. Lap 20 out of 61 scheduled here today, so actually getting pretty close to halfway through this thing as well. Luis Gonzalez also going down pit road this time by, so look for Luis to have some fast times coming up here very, very shortly. And there you see the way the gap has unfolded between Keene and Forsythe. About lap 19, very, very close gap, and there you see it slowly starting to grow over the course of the last few laps. As Keene's gonna hit pit road this time by, we'll take a look. Keep an eye on him as he makes his way to his stop. Gonna go back, check on driver of the 31, Robert Mitchell, and his StickQuik machine having a little bit of a rough go at it there today. No incidences, so to speak of for Mitchell, but he just finds himself a little bit off the pace, running in the 8th position now. Great looking car. That orange and black StickQuik Dallara IR18, I tell you what, it looks something fierce. But looking fierce doesn't always equate to fast. Robert Mitchell going to bring his car down to pit road. That's going to leave Craig Forsythe out on track leading the race. Ben Wallace just behind him. Forsythe now on the pit road. What does Wallace do? He's going to bring his machine to pit road as well. Will Zoller going to reassume your race lead, and look at that. Track clear in front, track clear behind. Running through a little bit of grass that's been kicked up on the track, and he's going to come across the line and retake the top spot here today in the StickQuik.com 150 here from the US Indy Car League presented by StickQuik. There you see Robert Mitchell being put 1 lap down here today. Tough break here, as I don't believe these drivers are going to have to hit pit road but one more time. So Mitchell's going to have to make up a lot of ground. Gonna go check out the battle that we had right prior to green flag pit stops. Tim Keene, Craig Forsythe. There you see the gap now between those two drivers, just about 2 seconds. So Keene doing a great job, fantastic way to make up some time as he's put a gap between himself and Craig Forsythe. Ben Wallace, there you see him just off in the background, out of shot now, but don't keep him out of mind. There you see him coming around the final turn. Craig Forsythe just in front of him. Luis Gonzalez right there, also very close to this battle, running in the 5th position. Big gap back to your next driver running in the 6th spot. There you see him, Jason Lowe, Howard Livingston in 7th, Victor Badia in 8th, 9th, Richard Kelball, and rounding out your top 10 as they run on lap 23 is Robert Mitchell. Gonna go back up at the front, as there you see, look at him closing some ground. If I am seeing this right, it looks all right, never mind. I was gonna say it excuse me, it looks like Tim Keen has made up about 7 seconds on his pit stop. But that is the driver, Ryan Bowles, just in front of Tim Keen, running in the 11th position. So tricking our eyes just a little bit up here in the booth. I was going to say, man, that is one heck of an in-lap and out-lap, and that pit crew got the job done for sure. Because, I mean, good Lord, that would have been very, very fast. Tell you what, gonna step aside, let the cameras and cars do it what they do, give you the great action you want to hear, love to see. So don't go anywhere. We're gonna step away for just a brief moment here on Turn 3 Racing Network and enjoy the sights and sounds here from Watkins Glen International for the StickQuik.com 150. Keen and Forsyth putting on a show for the fans here today. Battle heating up as they go around. I believe that was Richard Kelball going down one lap that time to Forsyth and Keen. Closing in on the halfway point here today from Watkins Glen International Speedway. And oh, big moment here. Battle for second. Forsyth through on the inside, up and through the uphill chicane. Gonna take that second spot away from Tim Keen. Weather still holding strong out here for us today. Doesn't look like we've had too many changes as far as the weather pattern is concerned, so we stay green flag racing here at Watkins Glen International Speedway for the StickQuik.com 150. Tim Keene now back on the hunt for the driver just in front of him, trying to see if he can go up there and snatch that second position away. Once again, there you see the gap, 13 and a half seconds in front of your second place runner. Craig Forsyth is your race leader. Will Zoller. Zoller sitting on the pole position and never looking back, has not had any issues the entire race so far out here today. So, man, just a heck of a job being done out there by Will Zoller and his crew. Gonna take a look back through some of the battles. Looks like closest battle on track still is this battle for second position between Craig Forsyth and Tim Keene. Ben Wallace a solid 5 seconds behind, sitting in the 4th position. 5th, Luis Gonzalez about another 4 seconds behind Wallace. And Jason Lowe looks like he's been able to get back on to the lead lap, but is very, very close to being put 1 lap down. About 10 seconds or so, and he will find himself in trouble of going back down 1 lap. Trying to use the slipstream off the slower car is Keene. His Wheelin' Technologies machine trying to get that second spot back. Not going to happen that time through the carousel as Forsyth runs a little bit wide. Battle still raging all over the track. We do have some drivers just in front of them battling as well. We'll take a look, see who that is. That's Robert Mitchell, Ryan Bowles right there in front of Craig Forsyth and Tim Keene as all these drivers make their way down the front stretch. There you see, after some trouble and contact, looks like Inigo Mardones has crashed, and he's going to have himself a rough go at it. We'll take a look back here at Inigo, see what happened. There you see him already spun, so we'll see if we can't back it up, look at it one more time here, see what happened. It looks like it's turn 1 once again. That catches another driver out. Oh, and just not able to slow it down. Brings it to a spin. Tough break for Mardones. Has got to correct it, going back the right way. Not heading to pit road this time by, so we continue under green flag conditions here at Watkins Glen International Speedway. Well, International... Is it International Speedway or International Raceway? I'm not quite sure. Either way. Working lap 33 out of 61 here today in your top 10 have been split into 2 different factions. Your 9th place runner and 10th place runner both being put 1 lap down. It looks like Victor Badia crashing once again here today at Watkins Glen International Speedway. So we'll take a look back, see what happened here once again with Victor Badia. Actually crashing this time was not Mardones, so sorry about that. Nonetheless, gonna rejoin the battle at the front live once again here on Turn 3 Racing Network. Craig Forsyth has the 2nd spot. Tim Keene trying to get up there and take that spot away. 7 drivers still on the lead lap. Victor Badia being scored the first car 1 lap down, running in the 8th position now. Robert Mitchell takes that spot away. Ryan Bowles going to be in 10th. Richard Kelball. In 11th, 12th place goes to Inigo Mardones. In 13th, Jonathan Barnhart. 14th position, Will Stearns. In finishing out the running order here today will be Chad Pierce in the 15th position. Badia leaving pit road after a short pit stop. Great pit stop for him and his crew. And battle for second. Keen to the inside on the carousel. Makes it stick. Runs a little bit wide. Keeps it underway. Forsyth looking for the crossover. Not going to happen. Going into turn number 7. Not there for the late braking action. Tim Keen going to keep that position. It has been a great battle to watch here unfold before our eyes with 26 laps to go here at Watkins Glen International. My goodness, it is just clicking off very quickly. Craig Forsyth moving up 4 spots from where he started today's race to run in that 3rd position. Best lap of 54.939 last lap. Little bit off the pace, about 0.8 slower. Will he make the move through the carousel like Keen did to him? Looking, not gonna be there as Keen slams the door through the carousel. Around they go back down towards turn number 7 here. Will he try to outbreak him going into 7? Nope, gonna stay right there with him as Keen continues to lead Forsyth for this 2nd place battle on our hands. Man, I'll tell you what, is one of the hottest battles out on track. We'll continue to look and watch. Looks like Luis Gonzalez right there starting to get up on Howard Livingston's rear bumper, I should say, on the gearbox. That is a sweet looking ride that Luis Gonzalez has right there, trying to get up and get around that 13 of Howard Livingston and break into your top 5. There you see the battle, the distance between Livingston and Gonzalez, just about 0.2 of a second. Looks like the mile-an-hour difference is about the same. And that's right, you see Craig Forsyth right there, running in 2nd, 14 seconds behind the battle that you see on screen. So these drivers both being scored 1 lap down. And ladies and gentlemen, that means we have got, I believe, only 4 cars remaining on the lead lap, as your race leader has almost a 20-second gap between himself and 2nd position. There you see Will Zoller now just 3 seconds, 3.5 in front of the battle that we have on screen right here. So yes, both of these drivers being scored 1 lap down. So with that being said, that's going to leave us with just 4 drivers remaining on the lead lap. Ben Wallace and his 99 is the last car on that lead lap, so we're keeping an eye on Ben, see what he can get out of this thing, see how he goes about it today, as we are on lap 40 out of 61, 21 laps remaining here in today's US Indy Car League, presented by StickQuik, StickQuik.com. 150. Mardones with a moment, and Mardones crashes once again here today. We'll take a look back at it, see what happened here with Inigo as he comes around through turn number 7. Could he have been caught out here in turn number 8? On the brake and around he goes. Slow spin. Oh my goodness, right in front of a few other cars. That was right in front of Luis Gonzalez. Then Mardones trying to get the car right and back into the tire barrier. Oh my, my, my. Oh, very close there for Robert Mitchell and Tim Keene. Everybody back underway, back under power, as Craig Forsyth has somehow managed to get away from Tim Keene, and I wonder if that had something to do with it, that incident with Mardones and maybe Jason Lowe running off track just a moment ago. That may have been just enough to distract Keene, as your race leader Will Zoller has hit pit road, has been into his pit box. Robert Mitchell also hitting pit road. Will Zoller now sitting in his stall. He's going to drop down and away. Ryan Bowles also hitting pit road. Zoller down and away. 15-second pit stop for him and his crew, as he's going to exit pit lane. About 40 seconds on the pit delta for Zoller this time by, as he's going to be on his out lap now, rejoining the racetrack. So Zoller back on track already, as Craig Forsyth continues to stay out on track. Ben Wallace also out on track. Zoller sitting in the 3rd position, already making his 2nd and final pit stop, as he now makes his way by Ben Wallace. So we'll keep our eye back here on Will Zoller, as Craig Forsyth going to hit pit road this time by. There you see Ben Wallace has not pitted yet, but not able to keep the race lead. Will Zoller going to reassume the race lead, as Ben Wallace going to give it up to come to pit road for his final stop here today. And my goodness, that's going to put more and more cars one lap down. Will Zoller has been on an absolute tear here today. I cannot state it enough, ladies and gentlemen. He has been absolutely flawless out here today at Watkins Glen International, and he has led almost every single lap out here today. Gonna walk away with the most laps led award as they sit right now. Looks like he does have that fastest lap of the race. So just a phenomenal job out there by Zoller and his crew, getting the job done here today, putting, I believe that was Mardones being put one lap down once again, and here goes Victor Badia, going to be put down a lap as well. Going to keep an eye on this, as your race leader has caught slower traffic. Now going to make their way around on the outside all the way down through the carousel. No problem for Will Zoller as he continues to lead today's race. Battle beginning to grow back to the same stages that we've seen many times so far out here today. And that is Tim Keene and Craig Forsyth. Gap in distance just about 2 seconds, but we've watched that gap grow and deteriorate multiple times through today's race. There you see Forsyth heading in to turn number 7, and here comes Keene trying to catch him in turn 8. Keep an eye on the intervals. Keep an eye on the speed. Looks like Keene is coming. He's getting there very fast. Gap is slowly starting to deteriorate, so look for Keene to be on the gearbox of Forsyth here in the next few laps. There you see him just off in the foreground. as, oh no, Richard Kelball, he has a moment. He goes around. We'll take a look back, see what happened with Richard Kelball here as he gets his machine fired back up and going. We'll take a look, see what happened here with Kelball. There you see him already stuck on the bottom of the track. We'll back it up a little bit further. There you see just the car unloading out there on the flat. And around goes Kelball. Kelball able to get that thing pointed in the right direction. He will rejoin the race live once again, going back up to the front to Craig Forsyth. And there you see Tim Keene just behind him. Keene faster that last time by. So the gap has kind of maintained. Forsyth able to put down a few faster laps. Now Keene able to put down the faster laps these last few laps, but the gap just staying right at the 2.2 second mark as your race leader Will Zoller has a comfortable cushion of 21.5 seconds over the field here today. Inigo Mardones back onto pit road and in his pit stall. Looks like he's going to be sitting there for an extended time, an extended stay on pit road for Mardones. So tough break for him out here today at Watkins Glen International. Take a look, keep a check in on Will Zoller as he continues to lead the field here today in his 67 machine. And I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and go down with one of our onboard cameras here from Turn 3 Racing Network. Yeah, my buttons aren't working as fast as I would like them. There we go, on board now with 67 of Will Zoller as he makes his way around the track. Lap 48 out of 61. Your race leader has put it on the boys out there racing with him here today as he's got almost the entire field one lap down. Only 5 cars remaining on the lead lap here today for the StickQuik.com 150 in the US Indy Car League season number 6. Stay home, stay safe. Great onboard action shots being brought to you by Esteban. Go on down into the description. Click the link. Head on over there for all your car and track camera needs. Esteban can hook you up. I promise you won't be disappointed. Big shout out to Esteban and everything he does for us over here at Turn 3 Racing Network. Great camera work week in, week out. Tracks are phenomenal. The car cams are phenomenal. So head on down there in the description. Click the link. Go check out Esteban. Well, I would say we're in the witching hour. It's time to prove if you've got what it takes, but I believe your race leader, Will Zoller, he has proven all day long he's got what it takes as he has found himself with a 23.3 second gap over to the second place runner, Craig Forsyth, who's got Tim Keene slowly closing in. Gap beginning to slightly decrease now, right at about the 2 second mark. So Keene able to make up 2/10 over the last lap. He can continue that trend. He may be able to get up there and battle for that second spot before this one is all said and done. It looks like Richard Kelball coming back on the track. Jason Lowe gonna hit pit lane this time by. Jumping on board with Howard Livingston, driver of the 13 machine, sitting in the 6th spot, has dropped 1 position from the start of today's race, sitting in the 6th spot, started in 5th. Robert Mitchell, also one of those drivers, losing a position from the start of the race, sitting in the 7th spot in his 31 StickQuik machine. Ben Wallace still out there on track. He's lost 1 position from the start of the race. Now sitting in the 4th spot. And there you see Tim Keene. He's slowly closing in. He's trying to get there, trying to do all that he can here, but it's just not looking like it's going to be enough time for these drivers to get up there and have that battle once again. We'll try to see if we can't take a look at the lap times here being run by Forsyth to Zoller. And there you see in each lap, just look at how much faster, almost 7/10 in 1 lap. That is just a phenomenal job by Zoller. And there you see it's 4/10, 3/10, 3/10, 4/10, right at 3 to 4/10 faster every single lap. So he's picking up about a second every 2 laps over your second place runner. And he's doing that well late into the race and into the run. Heck of a job out there so far for Zoller. As we continue to watch the telemetry here on Craig Forsyth's machine now, as he goes by the slower car of Howard Livingston. Livingston looking to try to just secure any type of points that he can for the rest of today's race. The race not going quite the way that he wanted, but still a good finish, sitting there in the 6th spot. Now gonna look just a little further in the running order. Your 5th place runner, last car on the lead lap. There you see him. There you have him. Luis Gonzalez in his 15 machine. It looks like we may have a little bit of a battle here between some lap cars. And yes, we do. Ryan Bowles, Robert Mitchell, Jason Lowe, all back here battling for position. 7th, 8th, and 9th, all 3 are 1 lap down, but all 3 not giving up just yet. They're going to keep this battle raging on between them. As Robert Mitchell now losing ground to Ryan Bowles. Jason Lowe going to go by as well. Crossing the line that time by. It's going to bring us to 7 laps to go for your race leader, Will Zoller, as he continues his fast track here today, doing absolutely phenomenal job. There you see the gap back to your race leader. Zoller 16 seconds away from putting drivers inside of your top 10, a 2nd lap down. That just lets you know the pace that has been in his Dallara RI-18. That Valvoline number 67 has just been, and Kelball with a little bit of a moment there coming off of the final turn. Almost, excuse me, almost into that outside wall. You see Robert Mitchell's lap times throughout today's race not going the way that he would like so far out here today. Nonetheless, Mitchell still trying to get every lap that he can out of it. As we'll jump back up with your race leader, Will Zoller, as he continues his fast track around Watkins Glen International. Has 6 laps to go when he hits the line this time by. Gonna have 5 laps remaining Craig Forsyth sitting right here in second position, and just behind him there you see Tim King. Running in fourth, Ben Wallace has about 7 seconds to make up if he's going to want to try to battle Tim Keene or Forsyth, but Keene not able to close the distance anymore, and it looks like he's going to be kind of stuck and relegated in to that third and final podium finishing position, but nothing to hang your hat at. Running in third here. Great job so far all day long. Here we see the 99 of Ben Wallace as he makes his way around the track. Luis Gonzalez sitting in the fifth position. Seventh spot here today. There you have him. Howard Livingston making his way up through the uphill chicane. Just behind him, the Naked Clown, the 004 of Jason Lowe, now making his way into that uphill section of the course. Ryan Bowles in the 25 going to be in 8th position, just in front of the 31 of Robert Mitchell. Victor Badia with some trouble. Hard race for him out there here today. Going to round out your top 10. Back up front for the final few laps here today on Turn 3 Racing Network. You have been watching the US Indy Car League presented by StickQuik for the StickQuik.com. 150 here at Watkins Glen International. Will Zoller coming off of turn number 8 to begin the final few laps here today. My goodness, what a showing for Zoller, and his crew has led almost this entire race, giving up the lead for just a few moments during green flag pit cycles. These drivers had to stop 2 times in order to get through the race distance. Few drivers had to hit pit road a little bit more. Looks like we've had about 4 or 5 drivers have to hit pit road 3 times. 1 driver hitting pit road 5 after trouble multiple times here today. Nonetheless, Will Zoller continuing to do what he has done all race long, and that is pick him up and put him down. My goodness, what a great race. What a way to come into the second road course of the season and just absolutely dominate it. Will Zoller has put on a hell of a show. I mean, let's just be downright honest about it. He has absolutely spanked the field here today. Just walked away with it. And I know that may upset a few of the drivers, maybe some of the fans out there, but when you can go and put the field, second place that is, 30 seconds down in the race, you're getting the job done. As we look over the left-hand shoulder of Will Zoller, your race leader, beginning the final lap of the race for himself. My goodness. 30-second race lead. That is almost an entire lap in front of a second place. Now we've got 4 cars on the lead lap once again as Zoller goes around Gonzalez to put Gonzalez 1 lap down. No giving up, no letting up for Zoller. Down through turn 6, the carousel into turn 7, the left-hander, and final right-hand corner. This time by Will Zoller in the 67 comes off of turn 8, close to the wall. Not gonna hit it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna stick. Great job out there walking away with the race win here today. Is that 67 of Will Zoller. Heck of a job, heck of a finish out there today. Robert Mitchell finishing his race. Ryan Bowles, Richard Kelball all of those drivers finishing out their race. Let's take a look. No, Keene was not able to get up there to Craig Forsyth. Forsyth going to cross the line in second. How far back was Tim Keene? There you see him working his way across the line this time by. Keene's going to finish in the third. Just behind him, gaggle of cars. Few of them one lap down. Livingston going to finish his race in sixth. Ben Wallace in fourth. Luis Gonzalez already crossing the line for the final time here today. So my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what a heck of a race. Absolutely great to watch all race along. My goodness, great job out there by all the drivers. And there you see winner. Well, I'm not sure why it says your race. There you go, your race winner, Will Zoller. So we're going to step away for just a brief moment. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back. Back at it once again, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness, the StickQuik.com 150 in the books, and we have got your podium right here on track for you. Let's see if we can't get in a few words with the driver walking away with the race win out there today. The 67 of Will Zoller, absolutely dominating performance, my man. How'd the car feel? How was the race?
The race was nerve-wracking, even though, there was a big margin at the end there. Even when you're not fighting someone else, you're fighting the track every lap. And the only thing that made it easy was a good setup. So I guess I should thank Ben and Rob and Jason and everyone else who works on that, because the car stuck to the track like glue.
Well, man, coming into today's race through happy hour, if I'm remembering correctly, you weren't the fastest in happy hour, but then you went out there and snatched the pole position away. Did qualifying give you any clue onto how this thing was going to play out and that you were going to be that fast for the entire race?
A little bit, you never know how fast people are because everyone's using push to pass wherever they want in practice. So I thought it was going to be a lot closer. And then in qualifying, I didn't realize we don't get push to pass anymore in qualifying. So that kind of caught me off guard, but I still managed to put in a good lap. And, I felt like there was going to be a bit of pressure behind me, and I think there was. Even when you get a good gap, one mistake and then you'll have half the field in front of you again.
Absolutely, my man. Well, once again, great race out there for you. Dominating performance. Man, I don't think I've seen somebody dominate like that on a road course in quite a while. So congratulations, hats off with winning today's StickQuik.com 150. Before we let you go and celebrate, though, Will, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, anything like that?
Yeah, like I said, thank you to all the guys who worked on the setup, and thank you to Rob for putting the league together. I haven't been on in a while, but This is me announcing my return, I hope.
Well, it's a great way to do it, and that's from Victory Lane. So, great job. We'll let you get the car over there here briefly. So we'll catch up with you next week when we hit the track once again.
Sure thing.
There you have it, some few final parting words from the driver finishing in the first position. Now we will go to the driver walking away in second, and that is Craig Forsyth. There you see him just off to the right-hand side. And, oh, looks like we'll have to turn around the camera here, see if we can't get a better view. Oh, my goodness. Failing epically right now. There you go, Craig. We'll see if we can't get you on camera. There you go, guys. I've got it all straightened out. And, man, let's see if we can't get Craig Forsyth here on the broadcast. Craig, you got us?
You betcha.
Hey, my man, great race.
It went okay. I'm not sure where the heck Will came from. All of a sudden, I had this other guy who was super fast.
Yeah, well, he's kind of an alien when, especially on the road courses, but nonetheless, man, you and Tim Keene, you two drivers put on one heck of a battle lap after lap there. You guys were switching positions over and over. When did you think it was time to finally just hammer down and walk away from him the way you did here in that last segment?
Well, I started the race and I was in the wrong gear to start and got left behind by the guys right off the start. So that was not an ideal beginning to the race. But then I immediately went into fuel saving mode. Knew I needed to stretch it out at least one lap, so was able to get the extra lap, which meant I knew I could go full rich the rest of the way. And yeah, after I think it was the second pit stop, I was just like, all right, hammer down, time to go, because I knew there was no catching Will. Once he had, I think it was a 6-second lead, I just basically hung it up and was like, unless he makes a mistake, there's no way.
Yeah, he was a tough one to beat out there today. But you guys, as I said, you and Tim Keene put on one heck of a battle. And Craig, man, congratulations. No real big incidents or issues out there today. Track did catch a few of your fellow competitors out, but you were able to keep focused through all the corners. Is there anything that you do in car to kind of keep yourself focused?
Well, I actually started to lose focus at the end, and was trying to do faster laps for some reason, and ended up getting an off track for no particular reason other than I just apparently felt like it. So yeah, this is a track that's extremely fast, and the downforce is high on all the corners. So the slightest little mistake, and you're going to go into the wall really hard. So yeah, I don't know. You just got to stay in focus. And once again, I had my little mistake that cost me an incident-free race, but got away with it. So we're good.
All right, my man. Well, once again, congratulations on a podium finish, finishing in second here today for the StickQuik.com 150. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, anything like that?
I got to thank StickQuik for continuing to sponsor us, and they keep this league going, and happy to have them throwing the banner up over the league. So good for them.
All right, there you have it. Some few final parting words from the driver finishing in the second podium position, Craig Forsyth. That's going to lead us to Tim Keene, driver finishing in the third position here today. See if we can't grab Tim for a quick little interview or so. Tim, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy? We'll try to dial him up one more time here. Hey, Tim, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hey, my man. Great job out there. You had a great battle with Craig, lap after lap there, switching positions. What happened to you there? You lost a little bit of ground in the final segments of the race. Walk us through those last few laps.
Unfortunately, I just wasn't able to get the fuel mileage. I was worse on mileage than Craig was. It was really close to be able to make it another lap on that first stint, which really would have helped me out, but I wasn't really willing to take the risk there. So then I had to save, and it was just a little bit, but it was just enough that I couldn't push as hard as I wanted to.
Well, man, it was an exciting battle. At any time during that battle, were you worried about any possible contact? I know it's a close quarters racing, having the guardrails, especially through the uphill chicane. Was there any particular part of the track that kind of caught you out today, or you were a little bit more concerned with each time you got there?
No, not really. This track races pretty well, and I would say the exit of the last corner is the one where you're really pushing the envelope to try and get as much as you can out of it. And but other than that, as far as racing with any of these guys, I trust these guys, and no worries about contact with Craig or anybody. It was actually, there was a more close calls with trying to get around some of the cars that were a lap down, not knowing which way they were going to go. But other than that, it was all good.
Well, my man, once again, congratulations on a great finish, walking away with the third and final podium spot here in the StickQuik.com 150. Before we let you go, Tim, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, anything like that?
Yeah, I'd like to thank StickQuik for their support, and also Whelen Engineering for their support as well. And just wish everybody to be safe, and good luck.
All right, there you have it. Some final words from the drivers finishing in your podium positions here today. So, heck of a job out there by all of those drivers getting the job done, doing what they got to do. Now we'll do what we got to do here from the booth. Nothing but a little bit of administrative duty left to be had here from Watkins Glen International. What a great race it absolutely was, and we will run down your finishing order for you here today in the StickQuik.com 150 for the US Indy Car, presented by StickQuik. Walking away with the race win, Will Zoller. In second position, the 131 of Craig Forsyth. Finishing in third, Tim Keene. And in fourth, the 99 of Ben Wallace. Finishing fifth here today was the 15 of Luis Gonzalez. And in sixth, the 13 of Howard Livingston. The 004 of Jason Lowe going to walk away in seventh, and the 31 of Robert Mitchell finishes in eighth. Ninth position goes to the 25 of Ryan Bowles, and Victor Badia going to walk away in 10th. 11th spot goes to the 24 of Richard Delval, and in 12th, Inigo Mardones. 13th position is Jonathan Barnhart, and in 14th, the 306 of Will Stern. Rounding out your finishing order for today's race, the 19 of Chadwick Pierce. Well, that is your race results for today's StickQuik.com 150. We do appreciate each and every one of you joining us each and every Sunday morning for this great US Indy Car League action. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got some more to look forward to in the upcoming weeks. If I could get it to work, it would be even better. For some reason, that's not one to show here today. So, nonetheless, next week we head off to Michigan International Speedway. After that, we're going to hit the track at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So that's going to be one heck of a day out there to get all of that stuff done. Man, oh man, what a great race this has been. We do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in to the race here today from Watkins Glen International Speedway. There you have it. There's your upcoming races in your finishing order, scrolling across the top of the screen from myself, Darkside Dave, in the cave here at Turn 3 Racing Network, and everybody else back at the headquarters. We do appreciate you coming in, watching each and every week, each and every race, whether it's myself or any of the rest of the guys back at Turn 3 Racing Network. Well, until we see you again, stay safe, stay loved. We'll catch you later.